Hi there, it's Katie. Hope you're doing well. So, this session is a mini session around grief. And before I dive into it, I want to be clear on the intent around creating this session. If you have not done any work on grief, especially if you have new grief, this is not the session to do. Grief can be very deep, very complex. It's not usually going to be one session, especially not with new grief. It really depends. But this session is if you have already done a full session around grief, maybe you did one of the cognitive movement classes, but you've done more work around grief and you want to continue to peel back the layers. This is the session for you. So this can be used as a daily session to continue to help you move through those layers of grief that you're still feeling and allow it to help move through your body a little bit quicker. Grief is one of the heaviest emotions. I think it's the fourth heaviest. Shame is the heaviest. But when we have a strong pattern of grief running in our body, it's going to take away from joy. It's going to take away from love. It's going to take away from our ability to be content. So we want to get rid of this signal in the body and help shift it. All right. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, letting the belly expand, back out through the nose. And do that a few times. And I put my hand on my belly to remind me, otherwise I start to go to my chest. Make that exhale just a little bit longer. All right, looking down at your body with your eyes open, connecting to where you feel grief. Notice where it lights up. Give a few words to describe it. You're going to be focusing 95 to 99% of your attention on that physical sensation of grief in the body. Starting down in the low position, saying the color either side. I'm not going to say them because I'm going to throw you off. You'll see different colors. You saying the colors either side, moving the ball at your own pace. There's no prize for going fast. Go whatever pace you need to be able to say the colors, focusing on that sensation of grief wherever you feel it in the physical body, noticing that grief, stay in it. Get curious about that grief. What else is in there for you? Are there any other emotions that may be tied into it? Moving up to the belly button. Could you have some guilt? Could you have done something that created shame that you can now forgive yourself for? What else is part of this grief? Noticing the grief. Is there anger in there? Anger is actually a little higher than grief, but just notice. Just notice what else is a part of this grief for you. What else is a part of this grief? Letting yourself feel it. Moving up to the solar plexus now. Still saying the colors either side. Staying in the grief. Feeling that grief fully. Now with a better understanding of what else is part of it, focusing all of your attention on that grief. Letting yourself feel it. Letting yourself feel it. Letting yourself feel it. Noticing that grief. Noticing that grief. Staying in it, letting yourself feel it. If you need to cry, let it out. And good job for releasing those tears. That is a sign of strength. Let those tears flow. Let yourself feel the grief, whatever it is you're grieving. Whether it's the end of a relationship, whether it's the end of someone's life or a pet's life, or perhaps you're grieving a part of yourself, just feeling that grief. Notice it in the body, moving up to the heart now. Feeling that grief. Notice how it may be changing as you're going up the body, staying in that sensation, feeling the grief. Moving up to the throat now. I intentionally stayed at the solar a lot longer. Staying at the throat, feeling that grief. Feeling that grief, letting it be there. Letting yourself feel it, stay in that feeling, stay in it. Keep feeling it. Going up to the eyes, staying in that grief, feeling that grief, letting yourself be in it, letting yourself feel it fully, feeling it fully. Up overhead. What may be possible with this pattern of grief today? Is it possible to let it go? Is it possible to let go of part of it? Is it possible to help heal it? What is possible for you with this grief? Good. Bring the ball, inhale to the heart center. Exhale, push it down. Close your eyes. Give a little gratitude to your body for the work you just did. Move your body a little bit, however it feels good to you. Just instinctively sway, shift a little bit. Just help move that energy. If you need to yawn, go ahead. I got one coming. Oh. Okay. Now we're going to go into the infinity. Before we do, check in and notice what's changed, what's the same in that feeling of grief. So looking down at your body again, we want to change in cognitive movement. It may have gone up, it may have gone down, it may have shifted positions. All of those, I want you to celebrate because it means that we're onto it. And repeat this video if it isn't after we do the infinity. If yours went up and it didn't go down with the infinity, please repeat this until it goes down. We always want to leave you in a better state. Okay, reconnecting, noticing what's there. Pause this video if you'd like to take notes. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start over on the left, having the ball about a hand's width away from your face, letting the head stay still. Mine always moves just a tiny bit, working on it. You're going to very slowly start to move the ball as you're focused on the grief. If you lost that connection, pause, reconnect to that feeling, and very slowly move the ball around, letting all the file systems in the brain look at this pattern of grief. Staying in it, letting the eyes stretch, and any place where you have double vision or your eyes hurt or you feel the grief light up more, I want you to pause there. And we're going to work through. I'm going to find a spot of mine. You stay in your spot if you got one. Okay, here's mine. Take a nice deep breath into it and ask yourself, what else is here? Pull the thread. What else do I know about grief? What else is there? See if it starts to smooth things out. If it hasn't, mine's actually already smooth, but if it hasn't, you can try tapping the ball here. You can also try going into your unfocused vision. So I'm kind of zoning out on the camera. Let me look above because that's creepy. So using your unfocused vision, you're going to see if you can see the ball first of all. And you're going to see if you can see any colors on the ball. So for instance, I think I see purple and I think I see red. I think I see red up here and I think I see purple here. I'm going to let my eyes slide over. I did see red. Nope, there's red, there's purple. So I was right. Let my eyes slide over and I'm going to touch the middle of the purple. If that doesn't clear up the issue, pause this video, do the unfocused vision with the color 3 times or until it's easy to hit the middle of the symbol and it clears up. That still doesn't work. You can move to the other side, keeping it at that level. You can go diagonally across the face depending on where the spot is, moving the eyes in different directions to help clear it. But get that cleared. That's the important piece before you move on. Okay, continuing along, staying in that grief. Staying in that grief. And if my eye explanation pulled you out of it, pause the video, rewind, and go back into it again, letting yourself feel it. Trying those things to clear the eyes. Noticing where they're relaxing, where they're reacting rather. Continuing to take nice deep breaths through the belly. Noticing what's there with grief. Just letting yourself notice what's there. Notice what's there. Staying in the grief. Okay, the next time the ball is in an up position for you, go ahead and stop it. And then I would like you to walk in 3 figure eights. I'll do that with you. I'm going to do very small ones here. We're going to do a couple yawns and wrap it up. So noticing the grief, checking in. First 8, look down. Second 8, take in everything in your room, keeping your eyes at eye level. On the third 8, let your eyes go up, looking at your ceiling, still focusing on grief the whole time, letting yourself be in it. Okay. When you're ready, come on back. And then we are going to turn our head to the right. Eyes are going to go to the left. Nice big yawn, real or fake. That settle. Move your body again if it feels good. Turn your head to the left. Eyes up to the right. Nice big yawn, real or fake. All right. I trust that this will help you continue to release more grief. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you again soon.